What is up, everybody? It is a Birdman _ 951 on the Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day myself. Got off of work at a decent time, and they didn't kill me today. So I'm here to talk some football. I have a special guest coming on real quick. But before I get into the guest, I just want to give him a shout out because I found him through the TikTok Uverse, or how there's all these verses going on. If you guys know Marvel, I found him through the TikTok verse. Is my guy Henry, and he's been putting that work. I see what he's doing. He's a representative of our birds. You know how us Eagle fans, and it's just his right in his nature, is right up our alley because we are crazy. If you're an Eagles fan, you have to be crazy. The Birdman's crazy, so it's just like adding another family member. Like, I love finding out all these Eagle fans across, the planet, man. They're just everywhere. I mean, I hope one day I'm in freaking China or something, and an Eagle fan comes out of the woodworks, and I'm like, "What's up, my brother?" Even though we don't speak the same language, but I'm gonna holler at you because you got the birds. So, without further ado, let me bring him on. Backstage. He's backstage patiently waiting. What up? What's going on, man? Hey, man, this has been a long time waiting, man. I'm glad that we actually got this done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hit you up and you're available. Schedules finally met up and stuff. And you're always welcome to the Birdman Show. I appreciate you supporting me. I support the birds. And I support people like you just doing their thing, getting their grind on. We come from different, we kind of have like similar background situations. And from the Birdman, I just respect what you have done, coming from dark places, and you being here today on my show, which would not be possible if you just did not change things in the way that was not working for you. But now you're kind of on that path now, and I hope nothing but success, and just keep grinding and doing what you're doing. If you ever need a friend to call, I'm your man. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things, so the older I am, I just try to get as much knowledge. I don't criticize, but just want to give you the major props, and thank you for being part of the Eagles gang.
And I appreciate that, man. It's all love coming from me. And, man, just thank you for having me on your show, man. That means a lot for you to reach out to me to do that with, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and real quick, you're in Texas. What are you in, the mid Texas, or are you in the
Fort Worth?
Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah, I think I've been out when I was truck driving. I think I've been out there a couple times. It's been a minute. It was years ago, but yeah, me in Texas, we did pretty good. I mostly was like south of Texas, so there's a lot of yards down there that we'd pick up loads from right by the border. So a lot of stuff coming out of Mexico. So I did try to go. I haven't been to Dallas yet, though. I do want to go. Shout out to Mondo, and hopefully I make it out to Jerry's World. Have you been to Jerry's World yet?
Have I been to what?
Jerry's World.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you think, man? Did you get you were like the kryptonite. So were people scared when you seen the eagle colors and the bird? Did they get scared?
Well, nah, man, like we went whenever Carson Wentz and Dak first got drafted,
Okay.
and we had the party pass, like the standing room only pass. Right, and then we got there, and then like everybody's talking smack, and then you know me, I'm gonna talk smack back, right? But everybody was just having a good time, you know what I'm saying? Like tailgating, playing cornhole, barbecuing, and then we got to go inside, watch the game, and it got pretty crazy at first, you know what I'm saying? And but like it calmed down and started mellowing out and everything like that, right? But like after the game, we lost that game in overtime, and bro, there was like fights everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? It's
There was
pretty
real
crazy.
fights. Whoa.
You know what I mean? And
Was it
then
Dallas fans fighting each other, or was it Eagles and Dallas fighting?
Eagles and Dallas.
They're fighting each other for
Yeah,
real?
it's
Damn,
crazy.
man.
Right.
That's
And
crazy.
I guess some people don't know how to take a loss though, you know what I'm saying? Like you got people chirping at you and then you're chirping back, but then it gets real serious because your team is the one that lost, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
And so I guess some people don't know how to handle that. But then the next year we went, the year we won the Super Bowl, we won 37-9, right? And then it was the same thing. Walked outside, Cowboy fans were mad because the Eagles were chirping and this and that. And man, there was like 3, 4 fights outside that stadium, man. I was just like, man, this is crazy. Like it's just a
Did you,
game.
did you
Like,
get any footage?
no, I didn't, man.
You could have put it on the TikTok. Nice kidding.
I didn't have a TikTok then.
So speaking of that, I have joined with Elite Super Fans, and I want to be like a proud representative of the Birds. So basically, I'm not gonna, when it comes to like the fan violence, I'm just gonna be like a person that's against that stuff. So because you got kids, I got kids, and I think that we need, as grown folks, we kind of need to make the football experience, a little bit more family friendly,
Yeah,
because you want to, I want to be able to take my kids and not worried about like someone's gonna throw chingazos and beers throwing here and this and that. So, I think it's not being talked about enough. I went to the Raiders stadium. Yeah, you get some boos. Of course, you're gonna get that. Boo. Yeah, we're the rival team. But there's no need to take it to the next level,
right.
which is we gotta throw the hooks. Then the next thing is the cops are coming, someone's getting arrested, and
Yeah,
all that. So I think as a people, as much as we love the NFL, as much as you love the NFL team, like we kind of have to bring it back. And believe me, Philadelphia is one of the toughest fan bases. You're not going to just be able to go in there and talk that smack in there,
no.
and nothing's going to happen. But this goes to everybody. So like I'm going to just try to do my best with this Elite Super Fans, and just kind of like, just be a representative of, let's try to keep the peace. Like we, of course, smack talk and give me the
Yeah.
booze and all that, but let's not get all belligerent and crazy. So I think the message is right that they're trying to do.
Speaking
And
on that, whenever we were at that game, there was an elderly woman and her grandson that were Cowboy fans, right?
shout out
Well,
to
then
AK.
this other Cowboy fan that was behind us, like he was being belligerent and talking all that noise and this and that, like being real, like over the line with it. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Mhm.
that woman and her grandson got upset, and then they left because of that guy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Well, anyways, that dude ended up getting into a fight with another dude, and then they got arrested and all this and that, right? Well, anyways, like I got up out of my seat and went and found that elderly woman and her grandson and told them that it was cool to come back. And then I even took them to the concession stand and got them some fries and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and they were Cowboy fans. You know what I'm saying? Right? But I mean, like,
Mhm.
it's just the love and respect of the game and the actual traditional rivalry that Dallas and Philly like has. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you got to respect that and love that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's like, like I don't want to, like my cousin, he's a Cowboys fan. He was like, he got brainwashed because that's all they did was show the damn Cowboys in the 90s. They had
Right.
nothing else but a damn Cowboy game on. So he got brainwashed into that. But that's another story for another day. But, I don't want nothing to change as far as the rivalry. We hate Dallas. Like when it's Dallas time, it's the gloves come off, man. We're ready to do this.
Yeah.
But in actuality, we're just mincing words. I don't want to harm anybody, and I don't want no one to harm me. And especially the key thing, guys, is that there's family. There's, no matter what we think, there's family out there, and you really have to take in consideration that there's not, it's not just you. It's not, this ain't a UFC battle and it's just one-on-one and stuff like that. Nah, it's just you're in public, and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, also, man, like the joy of being a parent to be able to take your kid to one of those games and then it gets disrupted by ignorance. You know what I mean? And that's
and it gets scary because when you're in when there's that much people, dude,
bro, you never know.
You can get trampoline, it just gets crazy, man. Like, and that's one thing I noticed: when you're in a big crowd, be at the end of the crowd. Don't be in the middle all that, because if you're in the middle of a crowd, you're really not going nowhere. I don't care how big you are, tall you are, like you ain't, wherever that crowd's going, you stuck in it. So it's a word of advice: just be on the out of it. So when there is an out, you actually have an out and you can bounce.
For real.
But besides all that, man, let's get into kind of like, how this all became about. Let me get into my first question. Where are we at? So what made you become a fan for the Birds? Like,
what made me become an Eagles fan? All right. Okay, so I was born here in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was a baby, my father was in the military.
Okay.
So we got stationed in Germany till I was about like 3 years old. And then from there, we moved to New Jersey, which we were like 30 minutes away from Philly. Right? And then we stayed there for about like 9-10 years, man. So I grew up.
Wow.
Because all my family up there, my aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff like they were all Eagle fans. And so I grew up watching Eagles football.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
And then like it was actually cool, man, because at the arena that the 76ers used to play in, Randall Cunningham, Jerome Brown, Herschel Walker, all them, the 76ers held this salute to troops thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we were able to go. But so I got to meet all them whenever I was like 6 or 7 years old. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So how much do you remember of that?
I don't remember none of that, man.
Man, I'm gonna hit up Marty McFly, man. Get that time machine, man.
For real.
He'd be like, "Hey, sir, can you sign right here, sir? Sir, sign."
But I do know that Randall Cunningham was my favorite player. Watching them growing up.
Yeah, and what's crazy, dog? So you're talking about on the East and all that stuff. So I'm out here on the West. It's mostly Raiders. I think they were in Oakland at the time. I mean, I was into football sort of, but it was more like I would be playing it, the street football in the 90s and stuff. And I used to collect football cards. My neighbor used to work for like Tops back in the day. So he was like, "Hey, cut my grass. I'll give you cards." I'm like, "All right, done deal," Yeah. So, but it was like mostly like Raiders, a little bit of Chargers. Like, I was a big fan of, like, whenever I heard about a player, like I was a big fan of Junior Seau. I was a big fan of Sanders, the guys that stood out, and Sanders, it was just like, he evolutionized the running thing, like I never really knew about it. Of course there was Emmett, but just Sanders, and then Bo Jackson, he was another guy that was just, I just couldn't believe it, especially.
My deal was running backs too, right? Mm-hmm. So I was a big fan of even Emmitt Smith growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were a kid and you didn't like Emmitt Smith, then you didn't like football, right? Because I mean, like every kid loved Emmitt Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I love Barry Sanders. I love Ricky Waters when he was with the 49ers.
Yeah.
Didn't really care for him too much whenever he came to us. You know what I'm saying? But Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson,
Right.
all them.
What's up, my boy Yee in the building? He's the vice president of West Coast and Birds. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. And what's up, East Coast Gridiron? What's going on, man? Shout out to you. He said Ricky Waters with Seattle. Yep. we're going back. Yeah, so I had a friend in school. I don't want to take too much time, but I had a friend in school and he was an Eagles fan and he had the newsletters. There used to be like a newsletter you can subscribe to from Philly, but so he's getting it from Philly over here and he used to show me, hey, look right here, look, Randall this and I forgot who else. I can't think of the names right now. And I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to hear about no Eagles football right now. But like every day he kept talking and eventually I did get to see Randall play on TV. It was rare, but it's when the Eagles were doing good, they would show him on TV. And it was just like once I seen Randall, I was like, man, this is sick, man. Like, I can't believe he just did that. It's like,
Right.
I don't know. It was just something about, you normally see the football, you see the Dow, Troy Aikman and the Joe Montana and all that. You see the average, not average, but the same QB style.
Yeah.
And there was just something about somebody doing something different that drawn me to it. And Randall was just the dude that is just like, I don't know how you didn't like that, and it's so funny. You go down years later, we get a McNabb. Now, is he Randall? No, but he could run if he wanted to. So we still had that sort of style. And then we get Vic, now we're here with Jalen. So it's like, it's funny that it just seems like we always kind of, I don't know how, but we kind of always get a QB that knows how to use his legs. That's just crazy, man. So,
really?
But it's all good. It's all gravy, at the end of the day, because that's kind of what I've been used to. So, let's see what else. Fred Taylor. I know you. I gotta represent Fred Taylor. Yup.
Yeah, Fred Taylor was nice.
Fly Eagles fly, yes sir. And then all right, so this one's gonna be tough, but you go ahead and if you have to, go ahead and do it. So like your favorite player for the Birds, who's that guy? Who's your all-time Eagle?
Oh, all-time favorite?
Yeah, like that's just, I mean, if he's the one that made you the fan, or like I said, you could do two, but who's the number one like that sold you on the Birds?
Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
Right. That's number one. Oh man, there's so many, man.
It's tough, huh?
Man, it's hard, bro.
Yeah,
right now on the current roster, I'd go with Fletcher Cox, right?
Yeah.
Man, we can go back to LaShawn McCoy, Deuce Staley.
Oh, you like Deuce? All right.
I love Shady, man. I love Shady. Chip Kelly, man. I don't even like bringing that dude up. You know.
Well, hey, we have to because he led us to.
Bro, I get so like in my head when I hear Chip Kelly, I'm just like, man, right?
With no chip, we don't get the chip, huh? No chip, we don't get the chip. East Coast said Kevin Kolb tried to run. Yeah, he ran the freaking Cardinals. Not Eagles fan, but since John Lynch is my favorite of all time, I gotta go.
Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, he actually like. I hope one day I get to meet that man and just shake his hand. Shake just to meet him. I've had friends meet him. Some of my friends actually did an interview with him, and it's just like, dude, I just like if I could just get like 1 minute with that guy just to talk to him, man, I'd be like, my life would be fulfilled right there as far as like Eagles fan, because it's just like he's just so inspiring, dude. Like he's just not just with the Eagles. It's just like his his life, man. It's like you just want to be like I'm telling you right now, it's like he's a dude that I would go to battle for. Like he's a dude that I'm just lining up with for from the get. Just from his words, man. It's like it is crazy to say that about a man. Like, like what I mean, like battle is just like you just know he's just a real dude at the end of the day. Like this is it. This is what I represent, and he's one of them. Like that's a person like that.
Yeah.
I don't, and that's crazy how would a football player, a guy that just plays sports, mean that much to a person? It's
Hey, for
insane
real,
to
right?
think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see. I got to watch John Lynch get inducted to Canton. If you guys haven't been, a great weekend of fun. Yeah, I haven't been there yet, man. I do want to go there. Make
It'll
a
be a
trip.
while before I get to go.
I said, well, me too. Hopefully, I don't know when I'm gonna go, but I do definitely gotta go one day. I gotta see all these places, man. And I got another one here. Okay, so we were kind of touching on it. So if you want to leave Doc and Randall, give me your top five Eagle players.
Right now?
Top five. Well,
or just
through those since it started, since you've been a fan,
started?
top five.
All right, so Randall Cunningham, Brian Dawkins, Fletcher Cox, LaShawn McCoy, and Deuce Staley.
That's five?
Yep.
So Randall, Doc, Fletch, Deuce, and McCoy. Okay, cool.
Shady.
I know, man. That shit when Shady and Deshaun Jackson, I was really pissed when they let Deshaun Jackson go. That I didn't even get over that for like the whole year. I was really pissed at that because like
That's how I was with Shady. And then, bro.
Yeah. I feel
know we
you.
need linebackers, but
Yeah, that's why. Man. That's why when you bring it, that's why when you say the chip word, it's just like
he was nowhere near Barry Sanders' level, right? But if you wanted or needed a modern day Barry Sanders, then Shady McCoy was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they both would have had a Super Bowl. Can you imagine? It would have been Shady and Deshaun. I think they could have been on it. Oh man, that would have been crazy. Reap says Eagles gonna wear black helmets this season, and also can't wait the return of Kelly Green for next season. Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give me that all black helmet now. I'm thinking about I'm gonna have to get an all black poncho, customize it and stuff.
Hey.
I'm getting my poncho customized for the draft. So this is something I haven't done. So I was like, I'm gonna be around all these super fans. The Birdman has to step it up. So I got a surprise. So
I'll be watching, man, and I'll be hoping to see y'all on TV.
Yeah, hell, I hope, man. I'm gonna try to hook up with Philly Sports Guy, because usually they always try to find him. So I'll be around him. I'm gonna follow him. Hey, where you going? Where you going?
One time, every Eagles game, I see him at least one time.
Yeah, I finally met up with him in Vegas when we played the Raiders. I wish y'all would change those ugly ass numbers. You don't like our numbers?
What's wrong with the number?
I think they're cool. Or maybe for the Kelly Green, or just all of them. Maybe the Kelly Green. I like that font though. I forgot the name of the font when we do have those lettering. I like the lettering.
Yeah. I think that one.
I think that's it. The actual numerals or whatever on the jersey, I think they're different than the new ones. All right, so let's get into Jalen Hurts a little bit, and I love to hear everybody's opinion, right or wrong. I'm not gonna, I'm very critical of Jalen Hurts, because I want to make sure that the Eagles do this right, because I'm kind of tired of doing this whole stupid quarterback factory, quarterback merry-go-round. I don't know what the hell you want to call it, but I'm just real sick and tired of it. And this guy right here, this dude gets on my nerves. Where's this little weasel at? This dude right here, Smithers, aka Howie Roseman, right here, Smithers. And then Jeffrey Lurie be drinking that Kool-Aid sometimes. I don't know what he be whispering. They be cruising around the link and stuff, and what are we gonna do now? Where are we going? So they be getting me real mad, Henry. I like some of these things that Howie Roseman be pulling. But anyways, so what is your whole thing about when Jalen Hurts? We'll go back to when they selected him in the second round while we had Carson Wentz. How did you feel? We'll go back to that moment in time right now. How did you feel when I don't know if you were watching it live.
Oh, yeah, I was.
When they said the Philadelphia Eagles select quarterback Jalen Hurts, what did you feel? What was the feeling?
Well, really, I was still kind of in shock that we picked Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. Anyway.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there right now.
So, and Brandon Ayuk, I mean, but I mean, like, I was still kind of in shock like that. And then when I heard Jalen Hurts, and I'm like, why? Right? Yeah, because we were so sold in on Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were going to go after some more skilled position to help him out. And then I'm like, Jalen Hurts, I'm like,
yeah.
Even in college, bro, like, I was never really a big fan of Jalen Hurts. Just because the way that he, like, mechanics, I guess, he floats the ball. Like, he floats it. You know what I'm saying? Like he has Megatron or Andre Johnson or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like DeAndre Hopkins that can just jump out of the sky and get it, right?
Right.
So, and then, you go from Bama, you get benched, get replaced by Tua, right? And in college, Tua was good. I mean, don't get me wrong on that, right? But then you go to OU, and then he did all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was a good, decent college quarterback.
Okay.
And then he comes to us. So I'm just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he had his little splashes whenever they benched Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? Like that fourth down throw against Green Bay, like 40 yards in the end zone. I was just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we work with him a little bit, And then that game against Atlanta, the first game of the season, I'm like, all right, right? And then, boom, it was just like we weren't running the ball to give him those options, right, to open up the back end. And but he's just like to everybody, man, he just floats it. And then he's late on his decisions. He's a one-read dude. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like he sticks with one read, and then if it ain't there, and then he wants to scramble, and then he'll start getting shaky, and he'll start throwing picks out of nowhere. So really, he needs to be worked with. Like he needs a good quarterbacks coach that can help him look at the whole field. You know what I'm saying? Like line drive it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like before the receiver even gets out of the break, man, that ball's supposed to be in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like he waits about 2-3 yards after their break to throw it, and then that gives the cornerback makeup speed to go and get it. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, once the receiver breaks and that DB bites, boom, you got to release that.
Right.
And that's what he struggled with a lot this year. And then he had his little splashes again here and there whenever we did start running the ball. And then it started to open up a little bit more. But he still, like, floats it, man. And I don't know why. That's why I'm hoping we can get a big receiver out of the draft that can help him out with that.
Yeah, shout out to Lou Bird. This is the homie Henry from TikTok. Does all those funny TikToks, especially against the Cowboys. This is him right here, man. Yeah, that's the homie Lou Bird right there. Yeah,
But he needs work, bro. Like he needs a lot of work, man. Like he can
yeah.
run. We all know he can run. He can scramble. He can juke.
So that day,
Then
when we go back to that day, like you said, you kind of had mixed feelings too about the selection because if you already got your franchise guy or whatever, yeah, I know he had a so-so year, whatever. I think we kind of fell into the playoffs. I think it was when we won the division or something like that. I forgot how we did it.
yeah,
But
Nick Foles had to come in again because he hurt his back.
no. When we got Jalen, I think that's when we had Greg Ward and we had to beat like the division was horrible. We beat the Washington on a comeback game with Greg Ward and all that stuff. I think that was that year. Yeah. But and then I think Wentz got one and done in the Seattle game. Remember what's the name gave him the concussion. So when the initial pick started, I was like Jalen Hurts, and I kind of seen Dougie was sort of excited and stuff, and I'm like, okay, what the hell? I really had to sit and think about it because I was looking at everybody's reactions, and everybody had a funny reaction because like we need help with other stuff, man. Maybe you could have probably got a running back too, Anyways, so what I was thinking when I slept on, I was okay. I see where Howie and Dougie are thinking because Wentz hasn't been healthy, so we threw in what's our boy that came in that was hurt too. I guess he pulled his hammy when Carson went out. I can't think of his name right now.
Josh McCown.
So McCown, good call. So I was thinking, okay, so we got our backup solidified. He's got some promise. But I wasn't at that point. I wasn't really enamored going like, oh, snap. What? Jalen Hurts? Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. We just signed Joe Montana, bro. Oh, yo, I'm going to call the NFL is on notice. We got Jalen Hurts. Man, nobody. You give me one dude that was saying that when we picked up Jalen Hurts. There is no footage whatsoever.
Skip Bayless.
Oh,
God. Jalen Hurts, bro. He loves Jalen Hurts.
Oh, God. He watches too much college ball, bro. That's what that is. Right. So it's like there ain't no video. There's no video of an Eagles fan jumping up for joy, doing cartwheels about Jalen Hurts. So what that tells me is that this is a guy that was to be brought in as a backup quarterback. He was not brought in to start. Can we agree with that?
Yep.
He was not brought in to start. Now, you can take this two ways. Carson Wentz was given a light under his chair. Hey, what are you going to do, Carson Wentz? Are you going to cry because we picked up a quarterback? Are you going to improve? Or are you going to fold? And what does my man do? He folded. He just straight folded like he didn't know how to play. I don't even know what that dude was. I couldn't tell you who that dude was. I mean, there were some games I'm just like, who's this dude? Wait a second. Am I drinking too much beers? I mean, these are these my prescription glasses? What in God's name is that?
Oh,
I mean, the dude just completely broke, right? The Eagles didn't know what to do, man.
No.
Doug didn't know what to do because he's bickering with Howie Roseman. Because you remember they're arguing about, hey, man, put Jason Peters in there, man, when we already had Mulata. And then they start doing the whole we're doing merry-go-rounds with the quarterbacks. Now we're doing merry-go-rounds with the offensive line. We ain't the Transformers. What are we doing here, bro? Like nothing is making sense. The Eagles didn't know what the hell hit them, right? So then let's bench Jalen Hurts. I mean Carson Wentz. Let's bench Carson.
Yeah.
What? The franchise guy? The red rifle? You can't bench him? I don't care how bad he is.
$100 million man.
You can't do it, right? So what does Jalen do? He starts balling out when this team was dead. This team was shot, man.
Yeah.
We were dead fish. It was bad. We couldn't. There was times in the season that I was actually thinking about reading. That's how bad it was. I can't even watch this. Is this my Eagles? Man, I'm about to go pick up a rake and go pick up some leaves because this is some horrible I'm watching, man. So Jalen Hurts comes in with Dougie P, and he looks good, you know. And people say, well, there's no tape on him. The Saints shit the bed. There's no tape on him. But I actually thought he fared up really well at the Cardinals game, and I thought the Cardinals were pretty decent. They were a pretty good team, right? And you got to remember our defense, the corners, that we were all shot, man. I don't even know. It was you were the janitor was playing. There was a waiter from the Wawa. He was playing back.
The life was just bomb, man. Like there was just no urge, no energy, no nothing. We were just out there, like, bro. It was so horrible to watch, man. I was just like, bro, like I was like this the whole time in front of my TV. Now I'm gonna watch the game from start to finish, but I'm just like this the whole time. Like usually I stand up and pace back and forth and yell at my TV and all that and that. But bro, I was sitting down on my couch watching the game like this.
Yeah. You weren't the only one. So East Coast said, I said it once and I'll say it again. When the offense is designed around Jalen, he's awesome because he will always defend the play calling. He's not an improviser. And along with that, he has to stop the one read BS. He's like, one read, oh, I'm running. And then meanwhile, still some guys are doing the routes and he's already running. So there goes that plan. Jalen could have had one. The thing is, like, I don't play the woulda, coulda, shoulda game. You either do it, or you got it, or you don't.
Yeah.
What's up, Wicked One? How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. He said I want Corral. I don't know. Hey, he was in Philly. He's in Philly, man. I don't know. He was in Philly. They're looking at him. Could be smoke. Could be smoke. But
man, you know, that one read, man, that'd be getting me right because I can be watching it and I'd be like, oh, man, this dude's gonna break open. Just like in the playoffs against Tampa. We had 3 wide open touchdowns and he missed them because he was following one and then he didn't know what to do and then he was late on another one. How are you gonna have a free safety on the other side of the end zone and you're 30 yards and then you throw it and you give that safety enough time to run to the other side and intercept it?
Yeah. And the thing is that I don't know how this happened, but a lot of Eagle fans have kind of got a little I guess I have to use this word soft a little bit or kind of they're in that mode where just give them a chance, let them try. You know, I'm going by the eye test, you know.
Yeah.
I know what Jalen is and what he isn't. What we're going to find out very fast is either
this is going to be his make or break year.
Well, they're not even putting real pieces around him to me right now. I don't think the team got any better offensively. You could try to sell me Pascal, but that's even we signed that dude.
No, we haven't done anything.
I mean, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade at homie, but it's just like that doesn't sell me that you think Jalen's the dude because in order for that to happen, you gotta bring in a legit receiver. Now, there's 2 things to combat that in this draft. Either you go get the top dog that's in the receiver position out there, and I'll feel more confident, or you get one defensive guy with that 15 pick, and the next one has to be a wide receiver. Now, I'm okay with taking the shot at another wide receiver in the first round because we're not good at it anyways. I've already been we are horrible at picking receivers. That's just who we are. That is the Philadelphia Eagles nature. Like
the one pick, man, that I was just so happy about was Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
I was so happy that we drafted him. And I was just like, please don't let him slip. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all been smoking the past couple of years on receivers and just don't let them slip. And then they picked him. I was just like, finally, finally. Like, that's how I waited so long to say that.
Yeah, and the thing that I'll say about Devontae Smith is there's a lot of problems that we're gonna find out, right? I felt that Jalen Hurts was not giving him the ball enough. I felt that he was not seeing him enough. I felt that they really didn't have a connection, because if me and you are on a team, and I've actually played on a team with you before, we should have some kind of connection.
Right.
And let's say we did this in college, right? We played a year together. Now we're in the NFL. I would think that me and you have a connection. We know our goods and our bads. We know what works with you. You know what works with me, right? If Jalen can't get that with Devontae, that worries me, because they should already have their go-to thing. You know what I'm saying? And when Devontae's getting around, you see this. You see that. When you see a receiver go, he messed up because the quarterback didn't see him.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't do that. He didn't just do that once in a blue moon. I seen it more, and I seen the bickering going on. So Jalen Hurts has a problem right there. Okay. Now people could say, "Oh, you got to develop that. You gotta teach him that and all that." But me, I'm a little bit more. Nah, you should already sort of be there, bro. You guys had the off season. You guys had your preseason, so like you guys should be. You've had a season before that, so
yeah,
you should be. I can understand Quez, you're not there with him yet, or even Rhaegar, but you should be there with Devontae. Devontae is the best receiver we have.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you need to get the ball to? Is Devontae Smith, not Quez, not Jalen Rhaegar. If you need something to happen, it's going to be Devontae Smith at this point in time, because that's all we got. And the other thing that worries me about Jalen Hurts is that 1 out of 3 passes that go to Dallas Goedert are dropped.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I'm saying. A lot of things are going to clear this season, because 1, you're going to find, is it just coincidence that he's missing all these receivers, or all these receivers are dropping? Like, something's got to give, because all these receivers can't be that bad, right?
No.
I mean, they look that bad, but who's to say if Jalen Rhaegar goes to the Patriots or something? I'm almost betting that Bill Belichick can make Jalen Rhaegar work. I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles are in the position to get the best out of a player. I don't think we're in that business, because why am I seeing Rasul Douglas and all these other guys do better? Now, am I saying they're Pro Bowls and all that stuff? No, we just want them to do better, perform better, and do what they need to do. We are not seeing, when Jalen Rhaegar is struggling, you got to bench, homie, and it's the next man up. Like, we do that. Didn't they do that when one of our running backs, he fumbled? I think it was Gainwell or something. They put him to the bench, right? They put him to the bench. So it's the same mentality. If Rhaegar ain't, you bench him. If he can't handle it, you don't keep putting him back out there. Why did you bench Carson Wentz then, right?
Right.
You see, the organization is like failing us, because like I don't feel we develop them properly, and when it's what they do best, we don't add it to them. We like try to make them do other things. Like Jalen Rhaegar should not be returning the punts.
No.
Why is he doing that?
No, not at all.
He's like making the game even worse. And you want to know what happened when the Philadelphia Eagles played a real game, we got knocked the hell out. We had no business being in that playoff game.
Oh no.
That was a complete embarrassment failure. I have rather not that we did not make it, because that was so upsetting, bro. Like, we had no, I'm like, don't make, what is it, like the 8th seed now or whatever, the 7th, 8th seed now, like, nah, let's take that away. Let's take that away, man. I don't like that no more, man, because you're gonna see something like that.
Soon as I found out that we made it, right, that I'm sitting there watching the other seedings and shit take place, man, and I'm just like, man, we're gonna end up playing Tampa. I said in Tampa, right? And then, man, like, I'm trying to hype myself up for it, right? Like, trying to hope just solely on a run game, right? Like, I wasn't even putting Jalen Hurts in the equation, right? I'm like, man, like, if we can just right? But I knew Todd Bowles was gonna take that away and that we were gonna be out of there. And
yeah, and it's like, dude, it's like you figured out Jalen Hurts just like that. You shut him down where he couldn't do absolutely nothing. And the end scores and all that, the game was already over, bro. It was like 30-0 or something. The game was over. Once it's 30-0, the game is over. It's over.
They were blitzing like crazy because they knew that he couldn't make those throws. Right. They were blitzing, stopping, killing the run. We didn't have nothing. We got murdered, bro.
And the thing is that it's not that people take it as, oh, you hate him. I don't. If you're wearing the Eagles, it's not that I don't hate you. It's just like we're trying to build a Super Bowl winning team. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't say Eagles development team. It's like, no, man, we're trying to, I didn't sign up for that. I'm not here to be a developer. I'm here to win games and get to the main goal. And they always say, well, we're not a quarterback away. Well, okay, so if Tom Brady goes to the Eagles, are you going to say we're not a quarterback away? No. If Tom Brady goes to the Eagles with the squad that we have right now, you have a legitimate shot because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. So why would you say we're not a quarterback away? That's why if the dust has settled, we didn't get Russell Wilson. We didn't get Deshaun Watson. That's all gone now, right?
We didn't get DK Metcalf.
And the list goes on and on. We ain't get Debo. I mean, damn, we ain't getting nobody except for Hassan. But the thing is that a couple years from now, Henry, we're gonna look at this and be like, you know how pissed I'm gonna be if I see Cleveland Browns in the AFC Championship or on the verge about getting to the Super Bowl, and I had to hear it constantly from Eagle fans that Deshaun Watson sucks. I wouldn't want that guy. Like, I know about the stupid freaky deaky stuff, but the man was not guilty. What do you want me to do? You want me to make him guilty when he's not guilty? I can't do that. Okay. So the thing is that I'm looking at pure talent right here. We passed on the talent. Yeah, they said he didn't want to be here. Supposedly, Jalen called him up and said, hey, don't just stir up this groove, man. You know, we boys and stuff, you know. Yeah. You got Houston. Let me do my thing in Philly. He's like, all right, man, or whatever. I don't care about all that stuff because, I mean, you also could have got Russell Wilson. But, you know, it is what it is. But the thing is,
drafted Russell Wilson, too.
Don't get me started, Henry. Don't get me started. But what my point is that you better have hope. You better hope what you're drawing up here is going to work, because you're kind of trying to tell the fans that Jalen Hurts is the guy, but not really. And then you're kind of trying to tell the fans that, well, if he's not the guy, we're going to go get the guy next year. And there is no guarantee that the quarterback that they select next year is going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Now we have to wait again. Meanwhile, Lane Johnson got older. Jason Kelsey got older. Fletcher Cox got older. Brandon Graham got older.
And he's coming off of an injury.
Slade got older. So we're talking about superstars that are probably not going to build here. So you know what you're going to do with those guys that are going to be gone? You got to use your draft capital to fill in all the holes that you think that you're filling in now. So all we're kind of doing is we're just kicking the bucket down the road because you're hoping that something's going to happen. But if it doesn't happen, we're going to hope that we get this guy. And not just that, Henry, if this quarterback is that damn good for next year, he's going to go number 1 overall pick. Now, unless we lose every single game, we're not number 1 overall pick. This team right now is set up for 8-9 right off the get. I don't even know what game we're playing or whatever right now. I know what teams we're playing, but I'm telling you right now, this team is an 8-9 win team with 10-11, possibly, if Jalen Hurts is this guy everybody's saying he is, and Howie Roseman does some surprise moves and gets a badass receiver in here. But I don't see that happening. I think Howie Roseman is content. I think he's fine where he's at. I don't think he wants to spend any more money because he's saving up for I don't know what. But there's no moves happening.
No, we got him for 3 more years too.
Yeah, so he's good. He's signed for 3 years. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shout out to Fly Eagles Fly Peace 85. What's good, my guy? What's up, Eagles Nation? Hope everyone's staying blessed. Yeah, you stay blessed as well, man. Easy Money in the building. What's up? What's up? Easy been pulled. He has been calling for Matt Corral. He's the real deal. He's in Philly, man. So you might be right, dude. And then check this out, Henry. So I won't be that mad if we do get a Matt Corral in here, right? I won't get that mad. Listen to me before you kill me. I think it'll be a smart move to get a quarterback right now because it's not really going to cost you anything. I mean, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Right. He's not that good, right? You still got your picks for next year. And then maybe someone goes, hey, I know you think you didn't really like his performance. He had 8-9 wins, but I think he's good enough in my system. If Jalen Hurts is that good, they're going to knock on the Eagles' door. Let me hand them because I don't even know if Nick Sirianni is that good. I don't think Nick and Jalen are meant to be. I don't think he really wanted Jalen. Nick Sirianni wanted the job, but that didn't mean he wanted Jalen. Because
I never heard of Nick Sirianni before we hired him. And I'm just like,
nobody.
Like, who's this dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, why we hire him, right? When you had Bieniemy out there, Josh McDaniels was out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good. And you know what, dude? That's another thing. Let me answer easy real quick. You said you'll be super excited. We get Corral, bro. Rocket arm QB that's capable of doing it all. We can contend every year with Corral. Yeah, so like, and if that's true, you got have an open competition, bro. What's Jalen gonna do? Jalen gonna get scared? If he's the guy, what are you gonna get scared for? And I don't see what the problem is with having him. Even if Corral doesn't start, because they're gonna give the year for Jalen or whatever. But like again though, I'm not gonna get too mad at it because it's not gonna cost us that much. Yeah. If you didn't want to spend all that money for Deshaun and Russell, okay, then make it make sense. Make it make sense then. So if you're trying to save money, then you take a shot at Corral or the other dude. But Easy's really sold on Corral. He really likes Corral a lot. But but what if a lot of people say this draft, there's no quarterbacks, right? They're like, don't pick any quarterbacks, they all suck. How the hell do you even know that? Wait, first of all,
That's for real, right? Like, I mean, why isn't there no quarterbacks? I mean, like, there's just no quarterbacks. Like, no quarterbacks are playing this year or what?
right. Like how do you know that, right? And like, aren't you the same people that told me Trevor Lawrence should be the number 1 overall pick? But how's that working out? You see that he didn't get those numbers and all that. Say what you want about what's going on in Jacksonville, but you're the same people that told me to put all my money into Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me that there's no quarterbacks in this draft. Like you do not know that until they touch the field. You know, I
know
mean,
there were 2 teams in the national championship that had 2 really good quarterbacks. So
let's see. Mahomes sat a year behind Alex Smith as well. Yeah. CJ Stroud would be near impossible because he's the number 1 pick in 2023. Yeah. So see my point there. So how is he going to get, if we win 8-9 games, right? Congratulations, Eagles. You didn't go nowhere. Now, how are you going to get to the top? Now you're going to have to do some real work again. You're going to have to do what you did, how you kind of work the Carson deal and all that. But then you're giving up assets again, which again, like I said, BG, Johnson, Kelsey, they're not, these dudes are not going to be here. They're just not, man.
No.
Fire show, guys. Thanks, Easy Money.
Appreciate it, man.
Get Henry out here for sure again, man. He's got a lot of knowledge. Louis said, it's because we're a quarterback. Marigold factory. Quarterback factory. That's why there's no good quarterbacks in the draft this year. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah, that's all Howie's fault, man. He said that, and he even doubled down. He said it again because he knows it annoys the shit of the fans. He's like, where when you get what did he say about the stupid ice cream or pizza? He's like, when you get the pizza, it's pepperoni or sausage. They're both good. I'm a pepperoni guy. I was like, shut up, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Like, did you really think that analogy was like? I was like, damn, bro. I was captivated, bro. You're talking about sausage, pizza, and pepperoni. Like, dude. He annoys me, bro, at press con. I can't listen to him, man. There's like, and then he's like, where is this bastard? Let me see. He's like, he was really good. Jalen Reagor has a lot of promise. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, he's another guy. He's a great blocker. What are you talking about, bro? He's a great when you try to tell me that a receiver is good and you start off that he's a good blocker, you lose me. You lose me.
That's all I heard with Arcega-Whiteside. He was this big jumper out of Stanford. Oh, he was 6'5", 6'6". He could jump out the gym and like, okay, how come he ain't catching him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, where is this dude at? I mean, every time I watch him, he's dropping something. I mean, and then
he's like, I got a doozy, guys. Let's sign Derek Barnett. Ooh, how's that, Eagle fans? We're getting Derek Barnett. Come on, bro. Like, it's like we're recycling, bro. We are the Philadelphia Eagle recyclers. We're the recycling crew, dog.
But Derek Barnett will always have a special highlight in Eagles history.
Yeah.
When he got the fumble that Brandon Graham strip sacked on Brady.
The good golden year, right?
That's it.
Yeah. And that's like, dude, but how much game did they talk about Derek Barnett, bro? They were like, he broke
we got him in the first round too, right?
Yeah. Was it Jerome's or Reggie's record he broke? Was it Reggie's?
I think it was Reggie.
Yeah, and that's all I heard, but so all we heard was that, and then he does it. He picks up the ball in the Super Bowl, and,
Yeah.
and then the other thing is that how many damn penalties he cost us. So
Oh
he,
man.
he broke that record too, right?
Yeah, yeah, he did.
We just didn't win a damn Lombardi off of it. Oh man. Let me get to this funny question. Okay. You're stuck on an island and you get to bring two things with you to survive. What are those two things?
To survive?
Yeah. So like me, I'd say a knife and I don't know, a thing to clean water or something. I don't know.
Oh man. On an island, two things to survive.
What's Henry bringing, man?
Man, I ain't the one for the wilderness.
Yeah, it's a tropical island, so
But
there's gonna be a fish around you, maybe a couple sharks in the water.
you can give me a bat, right? I'll take a
Okay.
bat.
All right.
And then fishing line.
Fishing
wire.
not catch. Yeah, there you go. You can survive. The helicopter's on its way, man. You might have to do some 30 days out there, maybe 3 months. So you're gonna be looking like Tom Hanks, man. I'm surprised you didn't say volleyball. Get the Wilson.
Nah.
Here's another fun one. Does pineapple go on pizza?
No.
Oh no.
No.
You never
That,
tried. Have you
man,
tried it?
Well, look, I'm
Have
Italian,
you tried
right?
it? Have you tried it though?
No.
Pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, I
Never?
tried. I
Okay.
tried it, and it's
Like
gross. It's nasty. It's a fruit. It's a fruit, and it does not belong on marinara sauce and pepperoni.
Hey, but is tomato a fruit? No, that's a veggie, right?
It's both.
So hey, it's still the same thing. Nah, I think I don't know what it was about. I don't know if I think it might be a Cali thing. I don't know where that pineapple thing came from, but I'll mess with it with some
I think
like
Hawaii, bro. I think it came from Hawaii.
oh yeah, that could be right. That could be right. Because when you order
Hawaiian
a
and
Hawaiian style, right? Like a pizza, they have that Hawaiian style, right?
the Hawaii and pineapple and Canadian bacon they put on together a lot.
Yeah, that you know what, it probably did originate from there, but I don't think it really went to the East Coast. I think
No,
more because we're closer to Hawaii or something. Maybe that's what stuck. But I'll mess with like so pepperoni, pineapple, Canadian bacon, and some jalapenos, man. I gotta add that spice, man. So I be getting heartburn like a mother though. But
my go-to is just pepperoni, mushrooms, and jalapenos.
hey, that's that. The mushrooms is solid, man. When you get some good mushrooms on the pizza, that
Yeah,
does work. That does work, though. That's a weird. You never think that would work, but yeah, it does. But let's see anybody else. But we'll just talk about. We'll wrap it up right here. But what would you like to see in the first round to be picked? What would you prefer to see versus probably not what we're
well,
not gonna.
I don't really pay too much attention to college until the
Right.
draft is coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
then start looking into
Yeah.
players and this and that. Drake London at a USC.
I it's funny that you said that today because someone said his name today, and I
Yeah,
looked at his highlights. That's the receiver.
and he's
Now
6'5", like
220, right?
240. Dude can
Is he
run.
is he 220 or 240? Hold on.
I thought it was 240. I don't know.
Hold on. It might
Maybe
be.
maybe I read it wrong.
Hold on. Let me look real quick. All right, go ahead about him. 220, 6'5", 220.
Okay.
But maybe he's up. I don't know how current this is, but right now when you go to Google, that's what it says: 6'5", 220.
Okay.
But even at that, man, that because the other guy is Jameson Williams is the other dude that they're looking at. Okay, I might get crucified, but I see looking at his body style, it reminds me of Devontae Smith, and I don't want two Slim Reapers out there.
No,
because I already feel
we got enough of them.
Yeah, I
You know,
already feel that Slim is already too Slim Shady. You know, he's real. You know,
we need a
I'm
big
glad he
guy.
got. Amen, brother. We definitely do. We give me some size, man. It was 6'5", and then if he puts a little bit of muscle on that, so
Yeah.
potentially he could go to what 230. If he puts on some good lean muscle, he can go to 230, right? And that without taking
Mhm.
any speed away, right? As far as Devontae goes, I mean, how much? I don't know how much you could put on. Maybe 8 pounds, maybe of muscle.
Maybe,
I'm not maybe,
maybe.
but it's just you have to get that big body out there because something has to give. You know, so if you have the big body out there and with speed, route running, and all that stuff, something got to give. You can't cover both dudes. So
Because
I'm in total
Devontae,
agreement.
Devontae was getting killed last year, man. The way Jalen Hurts throws that ball, man. That dude was
Yeah,
jumping, trying his
yeah,
hardest to get that ball, man. That dude was getting banged up.
yeah, because their timing is way off. The timing is way
Yeah,
off.
yeah, it's
Now
ridiculous.
people say, "Oh, you know, is it?" I don't. I mean, yeah, he can't. I don't think he can launch it 5.5 or I don't know what's the long ball he has, but it's my thing is that it's his. I feel that his timing, like you said, he's not releasing the ball soon enough, and then if he does do it, sort of, he did it too soon. Like the
Yeah.
timing is just off. It's just not there.
It's like he has to wait to see the receiver open.
Yeah.
You know
Instead
what
of
I'm saying?
feeling it, instead
But in
of
the NFL,
feeling it,
you do
right?
that, it's way too late because you got
Yeah,
free safeties over the top, man. You got another corner that's already reading you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you can't even have a linebacker that's going to cut you off in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, it's like, bro, he hits his break, that, that ball's got to go
right.
because I mean these players, the way they train now, man, like, and then the way they just practice, man, is just unreal from college ball. It's
So
completely different.
do you want them? So that's the first guy you want then, instead of
Yeah,
getting a
that's my
defense
one.
guy for 15?
And then I know there's a linebacker out there somewhere. I want a linebacker because we
Yeah.
don't have
How
a
Howie
linebacker.
doesn't draft linemen, so
I know,
linebackers. So
I know.
that's out of the
Well, I
question. So
know.
give me something else.
And I'm a
Yeah,
man.
and to be honest with you, that that's a disappointment in itself, man. That disappoints me, bro. Like, how do you not feel in position of need, bro? Like, how do
Exactly.
you
Jordan
how
Hicks. Jordan Hicks,
don't
bro.
get me started with Jordan Hicks, bro. That's
Mustafa, right? Bro, like,
good show, fellas. Keep me motivated at the gym. Got to get juiced up for the Birds laughing trip. That's right, Lou. Pump that iron.
I call him
Yeah,
Mustafa, man. I meant to call him Mufasa.
yeah, and then you see him go to the Cardinals,
Yeah.
and he ain't even injured. Like, that's stupid. Like, you saw
Because the same
on
exact stuff he was doing with us. He was killing. You know what I mean? The
and
year
the
that we
injured.
let him go, I think he had like 3 pick sixes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, why would you let that dude go? Like, why wouldn't you pay him? That dude's worth it. But that, as long as I've been an Eagles fan, man, we never pay out. And then the times that we do, it's to like Byron Maxwell, you know, or Michael Vick, right?
you know what the other thing too, dog, is I think I'm starting to realize with Howie Roseman's Howie vision, like my boy Philly 500 says, is that I don't think we develop players, dude.
Mm-mm.
I can't. I don't. I can't say that we just picked up some scrub off the heap scrap, like the draft, and then we just developed the hell out of them. Like, who can we really say that we did that for?
I
That
would
you can
say,
remember.
man,
That I'm talking about. What I mean is that we picked him up from the heat scrap. He was a late round pick, and
yeah,
he
yeah,
became
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he became a all time Philly player like we rock with him right now.
Yeah, bro, I
I
can't
don't.
remember.
Is that I would say Dawkins. Dawkins was a late pick, right?
Yeah, I think he was fifth
Fourth?
round.
Yeah, I think fourth or something. But the thing is that I don't think I could give Howie credit back then, though. That
No,
was
no, no, no.
so with in
That
the
was Andy Reid,
regimen,
bro. That was Andy Reid. Andy Reid was
right?
a great mind, man. Great mind, and
We
he
just said
knew.
we just got him at a. He was going through a lot with his son. Remember his son? He lost his son, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Son died. It was just not. It was just all bad, man. And
Yeah,
I don't think football was. It
but
was there, but it was just. You know what it is, man. Like so, it was just
really, like the last big payout, man, was Carson Wentz. But like
a
everybody
bust.
else that's proven to be good, though, you know what I'm saying? Like still, like Carson Wentz wasn't even proven yet. Whenever we gave him that max contract, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you're right.
Like he
Yeah,
was not proven. Like yeah, he had that year, but then he got injured, and then he had a
yeah.
subpar year.
How do you, you're right, man. How do you do that? How
I
do you
don't
do that?
know.
You. Okay, the quarterback that got you the Super Bowl. You let him stay for one more year. Nick, thank God Nick stayed for one more year because he saved Carson again.
Again,
But the thing is that you should have signed Nick Foles to a blockbuster deal. He got you the Super Bowl. Pay him whatever he wanted, 3 years or whatever. And guess what, Henry? If Nick Foles didn't work out, you got your golden boy back there, all rested up,
yeah,
healthy back, healthy legs, or whatever. So if he is the guy, let him prove it, right? And
yeah,
be done with it. Because you know what you could have done, or you could have done this. This has been the smart, and I'll always die by this. The Raiders, when they had John Gruden, they had 3 first-round picks. Remember, Gruden started cleaning out, got rid of Amari. Who else? What's the dude? The
Khalil
defensive
Mack.
dude. Okay, remember that. So Raiders had that. John Gruden liked Carson Wentz. So you call hey, you saw what Carson did. Just get him healed. He's yours. Send me those first rounders. You beef up our line. Maybe get another weapon. Because Alshon was a Nick Foles guy.
Yeah,
Alshon was a Nick Foles guy. He was sort of, I think the team around him made Alshon the guy he was playing with Carson, but somewhere along the line it just fell apart. I don't know what happened, but it became Nick Foles' team.
yeah.
Once it became Nick Foles' team, Carson Wentz couldn't get it back. Once Nick Foles went to the promised land and won the dance, Carson Wentz couldn't get it back. You can't sell me that he gets it back because he had an MVP like. MVP like. We always put that and say like.
Yeah.
Bro, you never was. You were
My
not the
brother, 5
MVP.
years ago, bro.
Right.
You
Like
know what I mean?
I still hear people say it. Well, Carson Wentz, and then a lot of people get confused. They say Carson Wentz left Nick Foles with the number 1 seed and all that. Everything was locked up. No, it wasn't. And if you go back to the Rams game, if we had lost that game, the Rams would have been moved up. We wouldn't have got the number 1 seed because we still had to win those other games. Still had to play the Raiders and the Giants, I
We
think.
got the 1 seed against the Raiders.
There you go. And people argue that day. I'm like, bro, go to YouTube and look at the game. Go in the beginning. It's going to say what we were. I think it was 9-4 and 10-4. So if the Rams won it, we both would have been 10-4. And we wouldn't have locked up the what was it, the division? I think we locked it up on that game. I think
Yeah.
we locked up the division in that game. But anyways, my point being is that Nick Foles still had to win the Rams game because the Rams took the lead back.
Yep.
Nick Foles still had to come back and win that game.
Bro, I
I don't know
remember that
where.
game too, man. That game was so good, man.
Yeah, I was there. It was I almost had. I think I had 3 heart attacks that night. And
Well, see, I remember Nick Foles when we drafted him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, he had Jackson and Macklin and McCoy and all that. You know what I'm saying? And he was good. He was good. Like he had that 7 touchdown game against the Raiders or whatever. I think it was like what 2013, 14, whatever.
Yep. Yep.
And so he was good, right? But those weren't. Nick Foles needed a system. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't in that right system because Chip Kelly was there and he was trying to, screw everything up, right?
Yeah,
so,
he's trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Chip
and then he trades away everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we get Bradford, whatever for that. And well, anyways, and then we end up getting Nick Foles back, right? And then he has the system with the players like Alshon and then Torrey Smith, and then with LeGarrette Blount. Like those pieces worked with Nick Foles. And yeah, I mean, we were what 12-2 whenever Wentz got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we were set up.
12-2. What do you mean?
Yeah, our record whenever Carson Wentz got hurt.
When Carson Wentz got hurt, record was 10-4.
We only lost 10 games that year.
10 and not 10-4. I meant 10-2. 10-2, right?
No, because we were 11-2 because we lost to Seattle.
No, we only had 10 games. We won Giants. Well, we won the Rams, made it 11. We beat the Giants 12.
Are you sure?
And then we beat the Raiders 13. We were 13-3.
Yeah.
Because that Cowboys game didn't count. We lost that Cowboys game. So the record was 13-3.
But
when Wentz got hurt, we were 10-2. That's 10-2.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we lost to the Chiefs and Seattle.
Chiefs week 2. I remember that. Chiefs week 2. And then to Seattle, which was
so that 2.
10.
So we were 10-2.
Okay. And then we played the Rams, and then we were 11-2.
Yeah, so the Rams were. So the Rams were. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, all right. Got me all. Okay.
We got it.
So all those pieces, like yeah, we had everything set up, right? But it had to be finished. It wasn't set in stone. We could have lost all that. You know what I'm saying? But those pieces, Alshon fit with Nick Foles. Torrey Smith fit with Nick Foles. LeGarrette Blount fit with Nick Foles. You know what I'm saying? Like Deshaun Jackson and Macklin and Shady, like they were all too fast for him. You know what I'm saying? Like they were all too fast for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like it was just like magic whenever he came in, man. Like everybody was just like, all right, man, look, our main guy went down. We got to come together for Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to make this thing happen. And then like he started off kind of shaky, you know what I'm saying, right? But then they went back to the RPO why he was so successful with Chip Kelly. And then they made it work, man. And then that John DeFilippo, man, he was a good quarterbacks coach. And Dougie P, man, he made it work.
Yeah.
So, but he needed the right system. And the first time he was with us, he didn't have the right system. That's just my opinion.
Yep. Well, hey, man, I'm gonna hope taking man. We could talk for hours, bro. That's how we went down the Eagles realm. But this has been a good show, man. Let's do this again. Maybe before, right? Maybe the week. Maybe I'll hit you up on Vegas or something to see what I'm doing. Maybe we could chop it up real quick, or even on TikTok or something. Maybe we could do something on TikTok.
Whenever. Thank you for having me on, man. You know it's all love with me. And man, y'all have a blast down there in Vegas, man. This shit coming up, right? 28th.
Yeah, it's almost here, man. I can't wait.
So.
Oh, hey, what's up, East Coast, man? Thank you for staying tuned, man. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy one time. All right, I'm gonna end the show. Go ahead and stay on, and I'll talk to you real quick after. Let me close it out. But thanks everybody for staying tuned. Hope we kept you entertained and everything. It's always fly, Eagles fly at the end of the day. Go Birds.